Hello everyone, Ellargu Namaskara. I am Nihal G from CXC Department USN 1VE 20 CS 102. Currently, I am doing my 6th SEM in SVCE. I hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to learn about introduction to HTML and structure of HTML. Basically, in this presentation, we will understand what is the advantages of HTML, disadvantages of HTML, why we use HTML and all. So without wasting any time, let's get started. HTML introduction. The word HTML will be well known to you guys. Some may know it perfectly, some may know it partially. But in this presentation, you will understand everything, all your doubts will be cleared. What is an HTML? HTML is a language for describing web pages. So if you want to create a web page, you use HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Markup language basically is said if you use tags in your code. HTML is a markup language. A markup language is a set of markup tags. The tags describes document content. HTML document content, HTML tags, and plain text. Plain texts are generally written down inside a body. So you'll understand what is a body and head, everything in the structure of HTML. HTML documents are also called web pages. So now let's understand what are the advantages and disadvantages of HTML. HTML is basically browser friendly. You can easily browse through HTML, understand it easily. The most important thing is HTML is free to use. Without paying anything, you can use HTML. HTML is very easy to learn. So you can see that in the present schooling days, you would have learned HTML. Nowadays, every student learns about HTML in a very early age. HTML is simple in structure, lightweight and fast. Allows the use of templates. Basically, HTML allows the use of templates, images, and audio in them. What and all you required in your web pages, you can use it by using an HTML. There are some disadvantages in HTML. They are HTML is basically static language and it consumes a lot of time to format, takes time to format an HTML code. So and HTML has limited security in them and it has dependency issues. HTML depends on many factors due to which it has dependency issue. So now we'll come to the second phase of the presentation, that is HTML structure. You'll understand how HTML is generally used. You already know why we use HTML. HTML is basically used to create a web page and many other things. It is very easy and friendly. Basic structure of HTML. HTML page is a web document that normally has file extensions. There are two basic extensions. They are .html or .htm. You can use either of these for your extension file. All HTML documents follow some basic structure. HTML document has two main parts. They are head and body. The head element contains title of web document. So here you come across two words, head and title. So head and title are basically two different things. They work differently from each other. Do not confuse yourself thinking that they both are same. In the further presentation, you will understand what is an head and what is a title. A body. The body element contains the information that you want to display on the web page. Basically, what and all you required in the web page, all the contents, all the things will be written down inside a body. So now let's see HTML page structure. If you observe in the example, you can see in the first line an exclamatory mark with doc type HTML is being written down inside an angular braces. A doc type basically tells version of the HTML. So a doc type, in this example, you can see the version HTML is being used. There can be different versions like HTML5, XHTML, etc. In the second line, you can see HTML is written down inside an angular braces, which tells you that an HTML version is used. HTML root word element can also be called as an root element. It is written down in the form of a tag. In the third line, a head is been introduced used to contain page HTML metadata, and inside an head a title is been used. So in the with the example, I'll make you understand what is HTML, what is head, and what is title. So introduction to HTML and structure of HTML is basically heading, and title is HTML page structure. So basically HTML page structure comes under introduction to HTML and structure of HTML. So there are basically six headings in an HTML, termed as H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. H1 has the highest size font and H6 has the least size font. So depending upon what you required, you use the headings. So in the example, you can see H2 is being used as HTML heading tag, and below the HTA heading content, you can see a paragraph content is being introduced, where a paragraph of contents is being written down. You can observe in the above, and body and head is being opened in an HTML. Once if you open anything, you have to further close it. The opening and closing has just one difference. When you're closing, you use front slash in it. So let's proceed further. There are basically two terms, HTML and XHTML. They are completely different from each other. X basically is a new version. HTML has been a little older compared to XHTML. There are some comparisons of HTML versus XHTML. HTML tags aren't extendable, tags are extensible. In XHTML, tags are not case sensitive. Basically, in HTML, it can be uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter. But in XHTML, only lowercase tags are allowed. It is possible to leave off an ending tag like body in HTML, but in XHTML it should appear in the form of pairs. The tags should always be in pairs, but in HTML it doesn't matter. In HTML, overlapping tags. There will be overlapping of tags with one another. In XHTML, there is no overlapping of tags. So with this, I would like to conclude my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be coming up with such new videos soon. Thank you everyone for giving your time to this. Hope you are doing well, and thanks a lot. Thank you.